Say hello to the camera.
Hi.
Did you get a chance to look at any maps on that? That's okay. So go to that side. There is just loads of public land. If you can't find a track in there, we got a problem. Yeah. All right, we'll see ya. Just realized I had my high beams on Josh the whole time. Was blasting him in the eyeballs. Sorry, Josh. Okay, so I finally found a decent track. Like, it doesn't look like much there, but that's actually a over 2-inch wide track right there. So you can see he's got good wide dew claws. Doesn't look screaming fresh, but it doesn't look super old. I think it's probably anywhere from 6 to 8 hours old. That's what you're looking for right there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep driving to see if I can find a second track, because then if Josh doesn't find anything decent, you know, if I find a second track, then I could jump on the one and Josh could jump on the other, and then we'd be good to go. Okay, so now just a little ways up the road, I found this track here, and this looks pretty good. Looks like a nice set right there. Yeah, that's a pretty good track. And the dew claws are wider. They're about pushing 3. I'm gonna mark this one down again, and that's at least 2 options. I don't know if that's the same deer that I was just on before. It's about a mile or so up the road, maybe. You found one?
Yeah, I found a very nice one.
It's not a very nice one, or it isn't a very nice one?
No, it is a very nice one.
Okay. Sweet, dude. I found 2 sets of tracks that either one of them I'd follow. Does yours look pretty wide?
Yeah.
Nice.
I measured it. It was 2.5.
Ooh, that's a good track, dude. That's a really good track. Was there much space between the hooves?
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. Yeah, which that's pretty normal. The roads are really icy and slippery. So, like, you go past a track, and it's like you try to stop, and it just... just go sliding by it for like 2 miles. All right, dude. Well, I'm going to head out. Little update here for you guys. Me and Josh, we ended up in the same area, and we started in completely different areas, so I don't know how that worked out. Oh, that's a nice track. Definitely a good track. Oh yeah, you got a good one. Yep. That track that I found is just up over there, just a little ways. That's Josh. Parked right there. I think he went in on his track here. Yep, he's in on the track. Oh boy, it's going to happen. Alright, so I'm going to head in on the track here. Josh is 1.1 miles away from me as the crow flies. So we should be fine. It should work out well. There's no wind, and the snow is noisy as crap. So it's going to be very, very, very challenging to pull off a shot today. Alright, here we go. There's a pretty nice rub right there. His track is older than I thought. It was made when the snow was wet still from yesterday and softer. So that was probably an early evening. So I'm going to have to probably be moving to catch up to this deer. Right out in the middle of a slashing here. That'd have been a rough day to be in that hang-on. I just saw the buck. I think it was a buck. It looked big, but I couldn't. It was behind some trees, and I saw its tail. I don't think it knew what I was. It just didn't like it. But it let me get within about 75 yards of it. Shoot. That was a close encounter. for sure. You know, I want to make sure that I'm shooting at the right target, you know. All I could see was a tail flashing. I couldn't see antlers, but it looked big. Looked really big. I think it's going to be pretty tough to get him now. He'll be pretty keyed up. Check out the size of that bed. Holy balls. I'm gonna rub right in it. Let's do this. 1, 4, 4.5 step bed. Oh my gosh. So I'm back on the big boy's track here. As you can see right here, pea dribbling on the snow. So his track exited the slashing over there. Circled back around, came to this tree to feed, and then is now heading down this way. I just found his first bed. And get this. He's been feeding him bait piles. Oh, this deer is headed towards somebody's corn pile. He's literally been walking in on the boot tracks of this guy. A lot of rubs all over the place. This seems to be the buck's staging area before he goes to the corn, which means he's patterned this guy like no tomorrow. None of the rubs here look real impressive. Keep moving forward here. I'll try to avoid the camera. Well, I finally caught up to the deer. Balls. And he tore out of there. Look at all the corn. Jeez. Chewing his cud. And he bounded out this way. The nice part is I'm caught up to him, but I never even heard him. This bed here doesn't look real big. 1 step, 2 step, 3.5. That's not real big. I'm half tempted to take up that other deer's track that I found earlier this morning. But the problem is I'm already caught up to this deer. One thing that sucks too is now that deer has the wind advantage going down that way. So my chance of actually getting close to this thing are pretty slim. But you know what's interesting? That deer is sitting here so that he can watch that hunter access. So he's sitting here waiting, watching, and he knows what's going on. He knows what's up. You know what's just crazy to me? I'm back in the middle of flipping nowhere, and some guy throwing out corn out here. Like, who has the energy or the time to consistently bait this far back in the woods? It's crazy. Not getting very good service here right now. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. So I'm gonna go in on that first track now that I found this morning. And Josh tracked a buck back up in over here off of that other road. And so he came out. In fact, his boot tracks are just like 100 yards back that way. And then he went and cut out into this slashing up over here. So he followed that deer a good distance. But I'm going to jump on this track that I found here early. I think that this one's a pretty good one. It's a very nice track. I've got, let's see here, it's about 1 o'clock. So, I mean, I've got solid 4 hours, you know, just under 4 hours to try to make something happen. So that's plenty of time. Oh, shoot. I guess Josh must have taken up this track. I didn't see his vehicle. I gotta see if I can get a hold of Josh.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
So, you shot at a buck?
Yeah,
That's
I got up to like about 100 yards or so.
oh. Was he running when you shot, or what happened?
No, I saw him up top of the hill. He must have saw me, and then he kind of slowly tried, and then stopped, and then that's when I took the shot.
Oh, so you had a chance, man. Dude, that's crazy. And you saw him. Did you get a good look at his antlers?
Yeah, he's a nice buck.
Really? What was he?
He's a really nice buck. I couldn't tell, but all I saw was he was wide, and he had some tines up top.
Ooh! Ooh! Yeah, there you go, bud. That's exciting, huh? Do you think that he'd be like in the 120s, 130s or something? Or what are you thinking?
Around in there.
Yeah, that's not a bad buck, dude. I'd take that right now in a heartbeat.
I'll take anything, right?
You'll take a spike buck. Oh, gosh. Well, I'm going to get going here to try to make something happen, so... Following Josh's boot tracks in, I'm gonna go try to pick up that track from that buck he was after. Finally caught up to the track. Nice looking deer. Let's go. Nice rod. I just came across a monstrous track. Right there. That is a beast. So I've got a little over 2 hours to hunt. So I think I'm going to try to go after this deer because that looks like the caliber there. That is a monster. Might be a little bit old, but give her a last ditch effort here. That's a big tall rub right there. All the way up to there. So been following this guy's track for a while now. He is, I don't know if I've ever seen a bigger track. Absolute monster. I don't know if I'll be able to catch up to him. I wish I had found this at the beginning of the day. That is a full 4-finger. I've never seen a full 4-finger track up here. Oh gosh. Huge. Well, this dude's tracks led me right to a bait site. Seems to be the name of the game up here. The stand site for this guy is just right back there. You can kind of see it. That buck came from over this direction, circled all the way around him, and came into that bait site. That buck might be right there, but you have no idea. He walked right downwind you and screwed you. They're tough to kill, man. Well, that was a fun day, huh?
Yeah, it was.
The question is, are you hooked?
Yes.
On Josh's first day of tracking, he nearly killed his biggest buck to date. I think it's safe to say I've got a new tracking buddy. We're gonna have a lot of fun.